Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to my channel Guidance from Divine. And in today's reading, we are asking, what is the fate of this connection? So you can have any connection in your inquiry, in your question for the reading today. And we will start picking pile 1, 2, and 3. And this is a tarot deck. So let us start with, the first is 6 of Wands. Second is the Mother of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. And, sorry, I just renting it right. And the third one is the Son of Wands. So which is the page, no, the Knight of Wands. This is Knight of Wands. Right. So, for the fate of this connection that we're inquiring about, Spirit is showing that it can go in, it is going to go in multiple connections, maybe in every reading. So it could be also that it's not probably for one relationship that you're inquiring about, but it can go in different relationships in your life right now as well. So please sit with the cards, have a good look at the energy, feel the energy, look at the timestamps. So this is pile 1, 6 of Wands, pile 2, Mother of Pentacles, and pile 3, Son of Wands. And I will see you at your reading. Hello, my dear pile 1. If you chose this card, 6 of Wands, then this is your reading. And we are inquiring about the fate of this connection that you have in your mind today. So, as I said in the introduction, that today's reading, Spirit is showing that there will be multiple relationships coming and going in the predictions. So, but let's start with the first question you had when you looked at the reading. What is the fate of this particular connection that you're inquiring about with the start of the reading? So let us find the main first card for pile 1, please. Thank you. So we have ancestors, strength, love, and support. So there is an ancestral blessing on this connection, on the inquiry that you're making with this reading. And there is this love of ancestors present. I'm also picking here that this connection that you have, for which you're inquiring, has to do something with your ancestral connection as well. That maybe you have same ancestors or some lineage which goes back and joins into one lineage. So there is some ancestral karmic handling in this relationship. And the fate is predicted as sorting ancestral karma with blessings of ancestors on this connection. In one of the readings as well, it came through, I can't recall which one was it on my channel, but in that also, there was this connection highlighted in which there are two souls who have the same guides and the same ancestors working with them. So if you've seen that, then I would love to know if you would connect me through comments to that reading. But that was a similar message I'm picking for this pile as well. And if you're coming from that reading, then you know what I'm talking about. But this is a positive fate in which it is going. So let us look a bit more into the fate of this connection. So for pile 1, please. Okay, they've shown me 2 cards. And there is this ancestral presence in your reading as well now. So we have an energy balance. So there is this working of higher working, I'm picking, that there is more to this connection. There is more meaning in this connection. And the other is abundance. Yeah. So this is positive. The fates we have been shown by Spirit that it is all good. Everything is going in the right direction where it needs to go, with a lot of transformation that you can expect through this journey, through this relationship. And I feel that there is this, because of the ancestral connection here, that is why this guidance of interconnectedness and many relationships or many connections being coming forward was the guidance in the beginning, because it is very related with more souls around this relationship. So there is a transformation, and because it's a wand energy and the chakras are also here, so it is very fire energy, which sits at the center of this relationship. And I'm also picking the birds here, these wings, then again the wings in the butterflies also. So there is some meaning in planets and birds in this connection. Right, so let us inquire a bit more and see how the ancestors are protecting the fate of this relationship. Let's inquire that, or any guidance around how it is protected. They're again given 2 cards. So the first is remember. What eternal knowing can I access in human form? And it is a 13-lined ground squirrel. So a number 13 is specifically coming for you. Then what eternal knowing can I access in human form? So some ancestral, definitely karmic clearing is they're trying to show you, remind you, or bring you back on the path with the help of this connection. And I feel it is ancestral healing. They're trying to remind you something, that ancestral wound need to heal. So there's also this energy of a little bit of a conflict energy that I'm picking, feeling that with this person or in this relationship, there is some disagreement, and that the reason of the disagreement, why it is happening, that energy is not yours. That points you to what needs to heal in the ancestral line, is what they're showing. Okay. And the next one is swim. Am I flowing through metamorphosis? Leopard frog. So this is the transformation that we were picking with the butterfly as well, in the ancestral healing. What needs to be done is something that is what they are. It's again reminding, they are again kind of like connecting these 2 cards together, that am I aligned with what I need to do here in terms of speaking with ancestral healing, and how this connection is related to ancestral healing. What is the wound present? What energy is not mine? What is, how this relationship is acting as a mirror and reflecting what I need to know about myself, about my ancestors. So your ancestors are protecting you and helping you, and remember to stay focused on this transformation. And with frog, I'm also picking a lot of cleansing in need of you need to let go of something. You need to let go of an old way of living, as if. Yeah, what is the resistance in this healing is what they're trying to show. So let us ask about through this fate, because suddenly the reading has moved from after knowing the fate of the abundance, which is positive, a new sun rising for you. Now it has suddenly shifted into what is the purpose of this relationship rather than the fate of the relationship. So let us inquire that a bit and see what else your ancestors can show us. And the planets also, I'm picking here that there is a strong emphasis on planets affecting you. So, and now they're bringing me to number 13. So 13 again is transformation for me. So let us see if we can inquire a bit more. We have number 5, wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. So they really want you to think about it, like find out what are the workings in this connection. What is happening here with you? What the other person is bringing on the table? And then that is also pointing me to not only to one connection, but I feel that if you start looking at your family or your extended family as well, you will find some clues there, like some important pieces of information that can help you bring this mental clarity. And especially ask or connect with, I feel many of you have an energy worker archetype in your family who's more sensitive to energy, who picks energy. So I feel connecting with that person will also help you bring more mental clarity in what are their findings in their ancestral healing. So this connection, this fate is very positive here, but the reason here is ancestral, why you have this connection in the first place. And it is then also just like these branches going out in your family as well. Let us see a bit more. Again, 2 cards, okay. So there's number 2, which is important because they're coming in pairs, most of the cards. So we have perfect timing, number 29, auspicious clockwork, planning, and patience. And it is the sun and moon. And it's exactly 12 o'clock. With number 29, it's 11, so a master number. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 11s, could be happening with you, the synchronicities. And whenever you are noticing these synchronicities through time, it's a reminder from your ancestors, message from your ancestors, that the thought you had, what you were thinking in that moment, was the right thought. They want you to bring more focus and awareness into what was happening in that moment when you saw that synchronicity. And also it takes you more towards this balance and this transformation. And I feel here again, this fire is now balancing itself with the water energy, with the moon, emotions. So again, the mental I'm seeing here with the fire, and then here water with the moon and emotions. So there is the emphasis on patience as well. So maybe there is some energy of just wanting to find out, but the emphasis is on this divine timing here, that it is happening, it is coming, and this is a transformation which is happening. So it is going to happen in its own process, in its own time. You can't rush, you can't force this healing. But the presence of this relationship and what the dynamics is for you right now, Pile 1, I feel is what is making you a little impatient. But the advice here is to really not fall into this clockwork, to not fall into the sense of time and see the big picture here, and make more inquiries and see where this transformation is happening for you, what they are trying to remind you. Wise decision, accurate, brilliant, organized, and validated. And this is what the confirmation is coming from your spirit team, from your ancestors, that this is what they want. Just now, what I was saying is exactly what they want you to do. And that is a wise decision. And the way I am holding the card, it's looking like the sun is reflecting, coming into this card as well. So there's a lot of light entering and beautiful energy. They are here, they are behind you, supporting you, they're showing you the way. And as it says here, planning, patience, it says here, brilliant, organized, and validated. So it is a lot in continuation with, maybe some of you are in need of a bit of a planning with what Spirit is asking here for you to do. So let us see then, there's so much of angelic and ancestral presence. Let's connect you with the deck of Tarot of Angels, and these are 4 archangels. So let us see what else, my dear Pile 1, can know about this connection, or its fate or healing. So we have the card of Justice, Archangel Raguel. Fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favor, don't give up. So I feel, firstly, you should work with Archangel Raguel if you have not been. If you don't know, you can inquire about him. Maybe he's around you and helping you, supporting you. And also this balance energy is coming again with the scales. And it talks about some injustice, maybe in the ancestral healing, like what eternal knowing I access in human form. So maybe there is this, some karmic energy of feeling this is not fair, this is not just. And this sense of being treated unfairly is something maybe present in this relationship for you right now. And it can also be a very specific message as well, my dear Pile 1. So please take it as it resonates. But yes, the sense of fairness is something they are trying to bring your attention on it. And it's just like giving you a direction, a point in helping you to remember something and then swim in a more balanced way with this mental clarity. So definitely a higher purpose in this connection, definitely a higher purpose, which will take you into a more healed state in your ancestral lineage. So let us inquire a bit more. For Pile 1, please, what do you need to know? Thank you. So yes, the energy of fire of sun we have been picking, and it is again here with number 30, sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So this mental clarity is going to help you come into this balance. Maybe I feel the emotions are running high recently for you, Pile 1, in this connection, and that is why this cleansing need with frog has also come. And bringing more light, the way here these rays are coming, then again sun is here, this rising sun. So I feel there is this mental clarity, this balance which is required, so that you have this openness, you have this willingness to expand in this way. Because right now I'm feeling that some of you are just not resonating with how this connection is related with your ancestral healing, right? And that is what they're trying to show you, remind you, and point you that there is more happening in the background in this transformation. And that is what they're showing you here. So if you have this sense of unfairness or justice in some dynamics of the relationship, or if you can inquire from someone how it is related, or maybe knowing about some of your ancestors, I'm picking like female lineage more, and also some property disputes also coming, that if it is happening or if has happened in the family, then to find more wisdom in it, to find more mental clarity in it, to bring more light into the matter that if this situation is manifested in your time or in your ancestral lineage, then why it happened is what they're trying to find you. What is the reason behind it? Because when you change yourself from inside, then your reflection outside, what you manifest, also changes. You're always matching your vibration. Whatever your vibration is, what your frequency is, the universe is always matching it. So if we are finding ourselves in some triggered situations or unjust situations, then we have to really look at ourselves and inside. What do I need to know here about myself? What is the change? What is the transformation I'm being guided here? What is the imbalance they're showing me which I need to balance? So I feel this is a very inner work, pile one in this reading. It's a lot to do about you in going with this connection forward, because the fate is very positive, but what you need to do in yourself is something, or is a deeper inquiry in your reading. So let us connect with a tarot deck. So let's connect with Spirit of Tarot and see what tarot has to guide you and tell you. Pile one, please. Thank you. Again, we have the Sun. So this is the confirmation that there is this balance of fire energy. And I feel it is very specific for, because it being a group reading, what fire means for you is different, because for some fire connects with passion, but for some fire connects with mental energy as well. But then for some fire connects with, some say, take it as a very warmth, like on a cold night you're sitting around fire and receiving the warmth. For some it is the new light coming as the new sun rising, like the sunflowers here, new life. So it is very specific for you how you connect fire with. And there is another clue for you to find the balance. So this is a very beautiful confirmation. And again, here, if you see, there is this balance, like a boy and a girl standing. So again, like some duality and cards coming in twos, like these are also two cards which came. So maybe there is this balance in masculine, feminine is also being pointed in some ways. I feel for some of you, it could be just a very simple explanation of the Kundalini work rising, the rising of the divine feminine, the creator energy, the creation. It could be around that as well. But this is some transformation happening on your ancestral lineage through this connection, and the fate is predicted very positive. Then we have the King of Wands, another fire card, like the highest fire card in the wand energy. So there is some self-reflection, some inner work, which is some inquiry that you need to do around this connection. We have Hanged Man, a change in perspective, and again bringing that patience energy as well again towards you. From here, this patience energy in seeing things differently, and not just being focused, not just keeping your focus on one thing in the relationship, what is happening. Seeing the perspective of the other as well is also coming. So let us have one more card for pile one, please. Thank you. Again, they have given two. We have the Tower, And we have the King of Pentacles. So this is feeling like a tower. It is a very simple interpretation that they're showing me here, that it feels like, you know, this sun rising feels like a tower moment right now. But it is going to make you very grounded and healed, and a lot of understanding of your inner self, because you have two kings here. So you are at the very top of your game with this this finding, and this ancestral healing is going to happen. You are moving in that new light and very protected space, very transformative, abundant space, full of light, full of guidance, and not only guidance, but very aligned with guidance as well, is what the prediction is now coming as the fate of this connection, as the fate of this ancestral lineage healing as well. And it all starts with you, is what the message is, my dear Pile 1. And I feel you should try and connect with Archangel Raguel. And I have to say, I have not worked that much with him. But yes, he is an archangel, and the presence is shown. So it is worth for you to find more about him and see how he's able to help you in bringing this balance, mental clarity, and this ancestral healing. So some pointers given, speak in your family as well. Maybe a similar energetic imprint you will find in the lives of people in your family, in your life. And yeah, a different perspective you will find out. But yes, they are acknowledging that it feels like that this is a tower. This is something very difficult going on, but something is in need of healing and balance. And the prediction of the fate is positive, as we started the reading with the Six of Wands was your card anyway here. So very beautiful reading, my dear Pile 1. It was lovely to connect with you. And if something resonated, I would love if you would like, share, or subscribe my videos, and or comment as well. I would love to connect to see what resonated and how are things with you. So if you don't want to say anything, you can just leave me a sun, and I will know that Pile 1 was here and resonated with the reading. So thank you so much for being here, Pile 1, and I will see you again in your next reading. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my dear Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. And if you picked up this card of Mother of Pentacles, then this is your reading, and we are inquiring about the fate of this connection that you have in mind, that you're inquiring about today. So Spirit did show that today's reading, we will have multiple relationships or connections coming, but the first connection that you have in your mind will be your first inquiry, which Spirit will be talking about, and then we will go into the rest of the connections that want to come through. So with this card, with your Mother of Pentacles card, one or two things happened. Like after every pile selection, I sit with the cards and I connect with the energies. And when I was doing that, when I was getting your pile ready, I was shuffling this another deck, and this card came, which is again a deer energy, and it says healing, the deer and oat. So you have two deer energies present here. It's the same deer, and it's talking about a loving connection. I feel it is a very feminine connection, and this connection can be of two females, like mother, daughter, or sister, or any other two women. But I also feel that it is between the two feminines, not the gender as we know the females, but the feminine. And in this connection, there is healing, which is in need of. And that is what Spirit is going to bring us. And they also showed me this pentacle. And as you may know, I have this obsidian pentacle, which I keep sometimes from in my frame. But they are very clearly asking me to keep it here because there is some need of cleansing, as it is the obsidian, the sheen obsidian. So they're asking me, the energy of pentacle is present, which is for me connection with, okay, I have another 2 cards. Fine. We'll accept it. We'll take it. So let me complete what I was telling you first. That this pentacle energy is connecting again to me with this, the feminine energy worker and archetype, because I connect with the pentacle very strongly, and that is how I pick up the energy. And it is a very energy sensitive souls connecting with each other is what they show. And there's a lot of one being protective of the other in whichever way this connection is, but there is one is like a crone energy. The feminine is very wise, and in the other, this growth is coming under their supervision, as if that wisdom is rising, is expanding. And that is why there's a bit of a difference in the energetic states of wisdom. There is this need of this healing which is coming. So it is very specific, I feel, for some of you here, but this is how I can, how they're showing me. So let us see what 2 more cards they showed us. So we have the chipmunk and laurel, success. Yeah, so they're saying, let's start with your answer, your inquiry, the fate of this connection. And the connection is positive. The fate is successful, is what they're showing. And the second is the lizard and the pitcher plant, stagnation. And that is what the energy is in need of healing. That in this connection, the dealings you have with each other are in need of expansion, are in need of better handlings, in need of finding better perspectives and knowing each other and holding space for each other. Especially the crone energy is asked more to use her wisdom in helping the little fawn expand that wisdom. So there is a protective connection, a touch of like showing the way as well. So one is expected differently from the other in the dynamics of this connection, but it is success. That is the main card sitting here, and it is number 7, which is the card of balance. So this energetic difference is predicted to be a successful, balanced connection in the timeline. But there is some need of healing. There is some need of this stagnation energy to move out. And also, just like with the lizard energy, the lizard can lose its tail and grow it, is something what they're saying has been happening for some time in some repeated cycle in maybe in your situation in this connection, or how you have been with each other. Something just happens and goes around and around, like just chasing its tail. But this tail, you lose that situation and then it grows back into, and then again you're finding yourself running around in that circle, in that pattern. So they're also asking me to just read for this card. Let us see what else we can know from this deck. Woodland Wardens. It's a number 12. Okay. So they're asking about the lizard. Okay, so the lizard, which may occasionally find itself ensnared in a pitcher plant's trap, has come to represent death and resurrection, as it possesses the unique ability to drop its tail when stuck. A new tail can grow in the old one's place, though it is never quite the same as the original. Right, so they're pointing now to every new tail that is grown. Every time you enter the same cycle, there is some change that you are missing to notice. And that is what is going to help you come out of this stagnation. If you can just go back into just sitting down and finding, if you are able to pinpoint those situations, what was happening there, and then you come with those findings, is one of the ways to come out of this stagnation, is the way to heal this relationship. Because there is some need of healing definitely in this relationship. So I actually planned this deck to be your first card, but they just started the reading very differently because yes, Spirit is leading the way here. So I am called to go back to this deck and see what comes from this for you. Okay, thank you. So we have the Holy Grail. Expand your heart and mind. And here again, this, taking care of is here. The mother and child dynamics is here. These are the parents taking care of these eggs they're incubating. So it does look like a very heart connection, as it says here. And the chipmunk is coming again in your reading, with ladybug as well, connecting with the success, the good luck again through this card. So let me read the chipmunk from this and the chipmunk from this, and let's see what they say. So I'll get the book for this, 1 second. So the chipmunk in this book, this deck, talks about a new venture that will surely lead to success. The chipmunk often takes the road less traveled, finding hidden pathways and adventure along the way. And the chipmunk from this pile, this deck, it talks about digging extensively underground. It is important that you look for hidden agendas in your current situation. Check things out, investigate, and uncover information that may not be obvious to others. So this is what we have been talking about. Like, remember when the Spirit's advice was to go back to that situation and find out, what am I missing? What do I need to know? What happened there to come out of this stagnation? And that is what the chipmunk energy archetype is helping you, guiding you. And the other card is the journey. Nothing is as it seems. Being true to yourself. So here also the message is very, I'm taken back to that feminine connection, that it is not as, nothing is as it seems. With this very pink energy as well, the heart chakra as well, the feminine energy, it's very outpouring, very strength. This connection has a lot of love and strength in it, but there is something which just puts off both of you. You know, there is this difference in the standing where you both are, which in a way is not able to bring balance in the dynamics of this connection. So like when you're holding, let's say you're holding, they're showing me someone standing tilted, like on a side, and have to hold a scale in the hand, like the Justice card, and they asked, in that tilted position you have to keep it balanced. So in the way to balance in that tilted position, one has to put weight more on one side of the scale to make it look balanced. Yeah, so that is what the energy, the difference in dynamics they're showing, that one has to do maybe a bit more than the other to bring that balance, because one has in a way a higher standing or in a more wise standing in this relationship. So it's it's about what is calling, how much it is calling to one than the other. So there is it's not very equal in the relationship. It's showing in the way where these two people are. So, and it could be a reflection for some. I'm picking like a very specific message is coming that for someone here, the crone energy is so mature and so advanced, so wise, that they find it difficult sometimes to anyone to match it with them as an equal. And they always find themselves in this role where they have to be this crone energy and this guiding force in someone's life, and always advising and helping, but they themselves feel a bit left out. So that is also what is coming, that there is this stagnation energy in that exclusive crone energy is in need of healing, is in need of that divine feminine love and self-care. So let us then move on to another deck, because I feel the energy has changed a bit. in the flow. So let's go to this deck and see. Okay, thank you. So we have 2 again. So 2 cards were coming in pile 1 as well, in 2s. And here also it's the emphasis on 2. So you may have another message if you call to. So yes, Buddha nature. So there is this wisdom and maturity definitely in one of the energies here. But that doesn't mean that the other, or this little fawn, is not able to move there. Swan is also going there. And for some reason, they're just asking me to share that if for some reason you are in this reading, but you can't, you're not clear of what connection it is now for you, then for those viewers, it is your connection with yourself. It is you growing into this, from this fawn to this mother, this Queen of Pentacles energy. That is your connection with yourself in the feminine aspect. And then we have Luna. So yes, the moon, the feminine, is definitely. Thanks for the clarification, Spirit, because we're tapping a lot in the feminine energy in your reading. So connecting with moon is again something which is coming strongly. So let us connect with moon. So let me get the deck of the moon and see what they want to talk about for pile 2. Let's use both the decks. So this is the first deck with moon. Thank you. We have day moon, love. And it is a full moon again here. So a lot of love and feminine energy here present. And I also feel that in this connection, like I was tapping the strength of this connection, there's a lot of love in this connection. And it is very much to do with this Buddha energy, this one. That there is a lot of the wisdom of the crone is coming from towards that enlightenment state as well, in which you are moving into or finding yourself. So I feel that many of you who are watching pile 2 are the crone energy rather than the fawn energy. And if you are finding yourself as the fawn energy, then it is the guidance is that you are moving into this crone energy, irrespective of there is a crone energy present in the connection or not. So it's a very multifaceted reading, but it is all centered in the feminine and the love and the growth and enlightenment and care and very soul growth. They just want you to remove this stagnation energy and move into a more healing space, is what is the predicted fate here. Let's connect a bit more with moon and see if any relationship or anything else moon can show us, please. For pile 2. Thank you. So again, we have 2. And wow, it again says a time for healing. So yes, time for healing, and hold your vision, fixed moon. So the vision is then talking about being true to yourself energy here. That if you are in this crone energy, you may find yourself that with this instability is the word which is coming, but unclarity is a bit of an energy also playing in the dynamics of this instability, that if you're not very clear about like the fate of this connection, then it brings some interference in your understanding, in your guidance that you're giving them or showing the way, and sharing your experience and maturity and wisdom with them. So there is this like a calling, they're showing it, that you should stay connected with who you are, hold your vision, and allow this process to come to again that circle of the tail, the pattern, and then find out what is happening there, what needs to heal. Because it is a time for healing. and heal it with love, heal it with enlightenment, heal it with connection with moon energy as well. If you feel you can work with moon energy by connecting more with moon energy, let me connect you with a surrender energy, I feel. Okay, this is another deck. All right. So we have a card, but I'm called not to pick it. So I will not pick it, but I will connect you with this deck. And this is the surrender healing. This is surrender healing. Okay, I'm suddenly picking the energy of being very unclear myself and very misleading as well. Like I wanted to pick a deck, then I would see another deck, another card. So maybe there is a state, there is a message in your energetic state which is similar. So let us bring some clarity by surrendering what this clarity can come in pile twos, helping them hold the vision. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So I feel this Buddha nature is also then coming about and connecting this with holding your vision. Can you see how these are connecting for you energetically? That there is this need to help the other, to protect and take care of the other. But sometimes the wisdom is, the guidance is to surrender to that need to be in action, to be in helping them. Sometimes they need to learn the lesson and we just have to sit and watch. Is something, a lesson myself I have learned the hard way, that you have to just learn. The biggest skill sometimes is just to sit and watch someone go through their lesson and learn the lesson, because you know that if you are helping them, you're interfering in their learning. And it is a skill, my dear pile two. It is a skill and you have to learn it. It's not easy skill to develop, but it is. There are some situations in which the more action there is, the more stagnancy is coming in your timeline, in this connection. So let us see with, let us connect a bit you bit with tarot and see if something else Spirit can help you. So for pile two, please, let's connect with the Spirit of Tarot and let's see what we can know for pile twos, guidance, fate. Okay. So let us see what we have here. So we have Knight of Wands, and then Three of Pentacles, then Tower, King of Cups, Two of Swords, and Two of Wands. So there is a lot of love present in your heart is what they're showing, which brings this need to act. But because of sometimes the skill that they were just talking about, that you have to sit and watch, brings an imbalance in your own heart, because you're not able to do it. And that is what is the guidance here. That sitting and watching is not like that you're sitting and you are ignoring the need to act. That is not. You're sitting and watching their expansion from this Two of Wands space and not the Two of Swords space. Because at the center is this, your King of Cups, your heart space, which really goes into the Tower moment when you act on this energy of fire, of passion, and you sometimes start giving them advice. Is the only one thing which is coming right now, like you're talking to them in the way of helping them. But what is needed in many situations like this is the surrender to non-action. because the fate is success here. You're still in non-action, but holding your vision. And that is for you as well, in a way, helping you expand your heart and mind. So there is this a very feminine aspect of you, which is in need of expansion right now, my dear pile 2. And in whichever way this connection you have come through to resonate in this reading, it is about not only your expansion, but also the expansion of the other, in whichever way you have connected with the crone energy, the mum or the fawn energy here. But it is a healing space. This connection is in need of healing. It is moving towards success. If this guidance and this advice is resonating with you, then to follow that in your coming time. So it's a beautiful reading, pile 2, and I can very fully resonate. I can say that as a mom, I can resonate with a lot of things, specifically in the mother archetype that we have to. It's difficult for us to be in that place where we have to really not do anything. And but it helps. It helps this learning of the lesson and expansion of your own heart space, and this enlightenment of honoring that space for the other, honoring their journey, and honoring their experiences as well in finding their own feet in whichever way it resonates in their life. So it is very healing in itself, but yes, it is it is like this tower moment for many of us when we find these situations. But these tower moments, though, are very significant, like with energy and movement, but from the bigger picture, it's just a stagnant position. We are not moving anywhere if we are not doing this instead of this. So there is a lot of advice and guidance for you here, pile 2. So please sit and reflect on that. I feel it's something very deep and very broad as well, because with different connection comes the same guidance, but in a different dynamics in which way you have to put it. And a lot of reflection on your past is also there, on past situations, for this chipmunk energy to bring this archetype forward in finding out what needs to be done. It's something, an important advice for you here, pile 2. So thank you so much for being here, pile 2. And if something resonated, if you're called to, you can give me a like, share, subscribe, or you can leave a comment as well. I would love to hear from you. And if you don't want to say anything, then you can just leave me a deer or a chipmunk, and I'll know that pile 2 was here and something resonated. So I'll see you again in your next reading. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my dear pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this card, Son of Wands, then this is your reading. And we are inquiring about the fate of a connection, of this connection that you have in your mind. And Spirit has shared, like in introduction also, I said that there will be some more connections also coming through, other than you have the one that in your mind, that is in your mind. But the first inquiry, the connections, fate, Spirit will show you about the first one that you have. The clarification will be, and then we move on to the next one. Okay. I don't know why it's so blurry on that side, but let's see. Yes, so they are asking me to first of all pick a charm for you. Right. So we have an elephant. We have another elephant. Now this piece, this triangle. Can you not see it? Let me put it this way. Shows better. Yeah. So that's sacred geometry, and then here is the bee. So I'm picking an energy of hard work, because they're showing me like these two elephants, and they have to move long distance in search of water is something they're showing me. And this energy of like a big elephant and a baby elephant, this kind of energy was present in pile 2 as well. So if you're called to, you can you may have a message there. And there is some sacred geometry I'm picking with this charm. And you know, this charm looks a little bent to me. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it looks a little out of shape, not a very perfect symmetry. It looks a little bent. So something is out of shape here, which needs hard work. With B as well, I'm picking this hard work. And also with the way this elephant is leading the way is also some ancestral energy I'm picking, which was also present in pile 1, I think. So you may have a message in another reading, in another pile, or the same reading, another pile. And the energy, the connection which is coming is very charged, energetic connection, as it is the Knight of Wand energy. So there's a lot of passion, a lot of energy in this connection. A lot of dealings are happening in this connection. But for the fate of this connection, they're showing me that there are some changes which needs to come, which reflect as hard work from you. And you will be led into this success through this hard work. So let's tap into sacred geometry. I feel you have a message in the workings of this relationship. They're showing me. Okay, so this is a sacred geometry deck. Okay, so we have infinity, number 53, which is an 8 itself. So there is a blessing of infinite. There is the infinite continuum. I'm hearing that there is this like the longevity of the elephants, or even how the elephants remember their herd when they're not present, when they have passed away. There's this remembrance. So there is an infinite, there is a sense of a long-term connection with this inquiry that you have. So it's a positive, it's a blessing as a fate which is coming. And this is number 43, hexagon. And I feel we should read from the book, because this is looking like the beehive, yeah? So there's a sense of community and hard work again coming. But let us see exactly what the message is in the book. So let me quickly grab the book for you. So this is the deck. And also number 43, 53 is also like a jump of a 10 I'm picking here. So in the infinity, it says beyond measure. Yeah, the infinite continuum, it says affects the continuum, it says here. So it's talking about act from a place of hope and clarity of intention, knowing that every vibration of love you send into infinity will counter and dissolve anger and violence. And with number 43, hexagon, it's beauty and perfection. And it is talking about just spending some time like in nature, taking a walk in the woods is in order. Allowing your senses to become aware of the perfection that surrounds you in nature. Listen to the birds, smell the scents of the forest, or purchase a crystal and place it where you will notice it every day. Walk in beauty. So you need to focus on the beauty and seek ways to bring it more consciously into your life. So there is this this connection of the heart space and seeing more in the person in this connection, because there is a very strong connection here as you picked up on this energy, and it goes way long back. And the dent in the sacred geometry, this charm the imperfection that we were noticing is something they have brought our notice on through this perfection and beauty card, through this hexagon. And the way these hexagons are sitting together like in a beehive is that alignment of everything fitting together in its place, everything coming together in its place. And again, this flower of life, is this the beauty? This symbol, the flower of life here, is this the symbol of beauty, that everything fits in its own order? And walking, going out is definitely something is shown for the connection to do together. Spending time in stillness, spending some time like in quietness, in appreciation of nature is something which is going to help you. But the fate of the connection is positive here. And there is a blessing on the fate of connection, but there is, yes, some hard work predicted here. Something you need to do. And one of the things that you need to do is to bring a change in this outlook towards this connection. Yeah. So let us look at a bit more what is happening in this hard work, yeah? What's going on? So let's connect you with this deck and see what is your card. Pile 3. There is a lot of action I'm picking. That there is a lot of action going on. Like this, a bit of a masculine energy in the Son of Wands. The approach is a little masculine towards the connection, but it needs to move a little bit into the feminine side, is what I'm hearing. Maybe this could be the hard work. I who guide you, dare to face yourself. So we have two hands holding these two trees, the oranges and moon, crescent moon, the two wolves, two owls, two moths, two cards. So this energy of two is present, definitely. Two blue roses. It was in another pile. So if I remember right, because what happens is that after every pile, I'm sitting, meditating, connecting with the energies, and then I kind of like focus only on the pile. So I can't remember if it was pile 1 or 2, but there was then again a pile in the reading which was connecting you with more feminine energy. So it could be you may have a message in another pile, pile 3. But I who guide you, dare to face yourself. So this is again a calling for the fate of this connection, as that there is this hard work which is coming as in this dare to face yourself work, that may be changing from this masculine approach to a more feminine, loving approach, finding beauty. And I feel there is a belief that needs to change in daring to face yourself. So there is a belief that you have. It can be around the beauty, or I feel it's very much around some self-worth, maybe yours, or how you appreciate what marks the worthiness, what defines the worthiness of the other person in your particular, the dynamics, the way of life. So there is some belief around that. So please take it as it resonates, my dear pile 3, because it's very specific for some, but it is still a general reading, so we can't really tap into the exact energy of it. But let us see what if we can we have more clarification on this belief, please, of this hard work, because we have been shown quite a few things here. The fate is positive, is blessed, but we're inquiring how to move towards this fate faster. What is this hard work? What is this change of belief? Spirit is trying to show, my dear pile 3. Thank you. So we have the passion energy. So I feel this is the movement from the masculine passion to the feminine passion, moving from your solar plexus to your sacral chakra is, I'm very clearly hearing right now, this is the sacral chakra they're asking you to move into. into the more feminine, the womb energy in the dynamics of this connection. So the expression of love, from the expression of love to that energy of self-worth and the belief that we were picking up, it has to do with your sacral chakra healing, and which then connects you, changes you, or brings a different expression of the way you are in this relationship. It moves to a bit more perfection in an infinite loop of running this energy between you and the other in this connection. So the fate is very positive, but the kind of work is coming something from your part of what you're bringing into this connection. And it is a change in your outlook. It is a change in your belief in how you're understanding this relationship. Yeah, because there's a sense of togetherness here. In whichever connection you're inquiring in, there's a sense of togetherness, like not only the two cards which are coming, but also the two elephants there, the herd, the two wolves, they are also herd animals. These two owls, they look different, but they're still one behind the other. These two hands holding the two trees, the way the snake is wrapping itself around. So there is this togetherness definitely there, but there is some approach in, some handling in moving from the masculine to the feminine. So let us inquire if we can see a bit more about this hard work, please. What do we need to know? What does pile 3, thank you, needs to know about? Where is my strength? Endure. And it is a deer energy with sun and moon. It's an elk. Yeah. So this deer energy was present again. This same energy, sun and moon, was present again in another pile. But it was a different message. The only resonation from your pile is the feminine side. So I suggest you do have a message pile 3 there. If you are, after this reading, inquiring a bit more, then it's advisable to go and look a bit more into what is this feminine side I need to know more about, how to move more into this feminine side. So this endurance is your strength from your masculine, from your solar plexus, clearly, which is there showing me. But this endurance has to bring in this softness of love, of this free flow of this love energy in your infinite loop in this connection. So maybe, so here feminine, masculine doesn't mean like the gender, as I always say, but clarification I have to do for everyone. That feminine and masculine, we both have these aspects in ourselves, irrespective of what gender we associate ourselves with. But this balance could be that they're showing me a specific scenario, like when someone is just talking to someone, but out of concern and out of the need, in the need or the reason behind this conversation being for your betterment, I am saying this or talking this, you come across wrong. And that is what creates this this fire energy into the conversation. So facing yourself is what is the dare here, that to face, to really see that yes, you are doing this, and there is no harm in accepting ourselves as who we are, because when we can really see ourselves, then we can understand what needs to be done here without any judgment, without any opinion. So it's not the wrong way of doing things, but the handling needs to be more feminine than masculine is what the suggestion is. And maybe because your way of handling has been probably much masculine for most of your life, that is what the challenge here is. That is what the hard work here is for you to bring that change. So let us tap into a bit of a feminine energy for you to help you and see how you can be helped with guided with. So I don't know how this deck will help us with this specific inquiry, but they are showing me this deck. Let's see how we can help. Thank you. With pile 3. To overcome, you first have to climb. And it is a very sacral chakra energy with solar plexus in the center, as if. So, because solar plexus is yellow and sacral is orange, yeah? So here it's talking about an intention that you first have to choose to bring this change. Then you can start this work, like this climb, the hard work that we were picking up. So this is number 37, which is a 10. So there is some connection between your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, which needs to be in this flow of energy. Like if one side is your solar plexus and another is your sacral, then there is this flow of energy that needs to connect. So it can be resonating for some of you as very energetic work to do, to sit in meditations or do some chakra energizing, these exercises where you're intentionally flowing and connecting these two and connecting more with your feminine as well. So I feel there is a message from your chakra field which needs to come through. It could be any chakra, but let's see which one is wanting to come through. I was picking another deck, but they changed the deck for me. Okay, so what's coming through for pile 3 is gossip, heart chakra. So there is some the way expression of your feelings, the way is happening in this connection is very masculine, as we were picking, like when they were showing me someone talking about, so you have the right intention, but the way it comes out creates this very masculine energy. So it is a very repeat message again, what they're showing, that speak from your space of your heart to be more in connection with your feminine. You have to be more in realization of this love energy in your heart space energy. With compassion, you need to speak with the connection you have in mind, in whichever way you're feeling is in need of this hard work in being more feminine approach rather than masculine. So let us then connect you with one more energy here and see what Spirit has to say about that. Thank you. I feel this as well. Let's see, feeling this more. The cat and lavender, independence, number 1. So maybe you need to take care of this connection. This person is something which is really bringing this energy forward, that like you have to do it this way because this is better for you. But my dear pile 3, if something is resonating here, then my advice is please take it as it resonates. But if it is a bit of a triggering for you, then I give an advance warning around it. But yes, this is something for you to reflect upon. If there is some kind of a I know this is right for you approach, like that you should do this because I know this is right for you, or like control, or I know I'm right, something like that is also present in the energy field, which is looking like a bit more overactive solar plexus to me again. So there's no big deal around that. If there is a trigger coming, then please honor that trigger, because trigger is here to show you where you need to bring your attention. Where is that choice you need to exercise in? What you need to know? Because the endurance is there, but you have to match it with the intention to move forward with that hard work. And the next card is another cat, the bobcat and blackthorn, patience. And it is a card 40. So cat has some meaning for you definitely here. That you have, cat we also relate with healing. So not only with independence, but the healing of this relationship. And again, there are 2 cats, just like 2 of each we have been seeing here. So there are 2 felines as well. So maybe this, if it is a relationship, particularly you're asking about in this connection, then it has to do with a lot of independence in the connection is in need of, to give each other that space And this all sounds very masculine approach of in a relationship, my dear pile 3. It has to move into the feminine. It is very clear now, like it is so clear to me in picking this energy, because I have been trying to pick something else. Is there something else? But they're just showing it again and again, that this is something which is very overriding the relationship right now. And the energy sometimes feel very prickly. Like sometimes I'm just picking these a little thorny bush, like instead of support, like you're giving someone a hug out of love, but you're hugging them too hard that they can't breathe. Something like that is there. And it is not as a receiving end I'm picking in you, pile 3 collective. I'm picking it more as you moving in need to move from the masculine to the feminine. So there's a lot of self reflection and really seeing, am I doing that? How am I doing that? And if this is a question you have, then this is the right place to start this movement, this climb. So let me give you one last card, because for your pile tarot, it's not coming forward like the other two, but I feel there is some message from your dream I'm picking. There is a message, something in your dream. So maybe you may be receiving guidance in your dreams then. But let's see if I have shown a card. Experiencing life as it comes. Drifter, number 14, which is 5, a change energy. Yeah, so this is definitely asking you to move in this climb. And what they're saying is that you can choose to climb, or you can choose to just drift towards the same direction. All you need is a choice. All you need is this intention. Either you can again have that masculine way of, yes, I want to do this and let's do this and take one step at a time, or you can be in a bit of an approach of the feminine side and a bit of a surrender into it, and then allow the guidance to take you. And the drifting is all the hard work, because you're experiencing life as it comes. Let me give you another surrender card, because it's speaking of surrender here. Yeah, and they're also showing that, can you see the difference between these two? When you choose, you feel a lot of light, because that is what you're used to. But when you choose to be in the feminine side, you feel you're drifting. You have no say in the matter, like no choice which direction I need to go, and it feels very gloomy. But this is just a difference in a more familiar approach and a new approach. So let us see if we can help you find a bit more. Surrender your belief in scarcity. So maybe this is the underlying energy, my dear pile 3. This is a very important piece of information, I feel, for you in the whole reading. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And this looks very patient, feminine energy to me, who's just sitting and appreciating this beauty. As this card was saying, yeah? So I feel there is the underlying energy for being in this energy of a little bit of the control that we were picking, or not wanting the things to go in the wrong way, or for the sake of the person, you want everything good for them. So there is this, the belief, remember, that we're picking is this belief of scarcity, the belief of this fear of something happening bad. And that is why it is so defensively solar plexus masculine way of being present in the relationship, in the connection. So I feel this balance that is why coming, that moving from a more masculine side to a bit more active feminine side as well. So it is not only like when I show that, okay, let's say if this is your feminine and if this is your masculine. So if your masculine is here, it's not only that your feminine has to rise to this level. It happens masculine coming down and feminine rising and meeting. So it happens both sides as well, the balancing. So this is something very clearly which needs to come to this stable, grounded, this connection, because the blessing on the connection is very positive. But there is some work because of the present timeline where you are, the dealings, the situations, what's happening has to move more into the feminine, the sacral, the heart space, in the energy of flow of love. So it's a beautiful connection. The fate is also predicted very positively and blessed by spirit. But there are some guidance which has come for you, my dear Pile 3. And spending time in nature will help you build more patience as well. And holding space for the person in really being in the place where you are confident and grounded like this allows you to give more space to the connection as well. Because this independence is what it's talking about. So there is some belief, underlying belief of scarcity, of this lack, or some fear, which is there, my dear Pile 3, which is a great finding, I have to say, through this reading. If you're able to resonate this, then there is a lot of surrender to the divine and feeling I am in safe hands and everything is okay. So a lot of it sounds like a shadow work, I have to say, because it is coming like a deep shadow work, but it's only if you are intending, if you're choosing, because it can come with this, the stark difference in light and gloom of feelings. But yes, it is a beautiful prediction, and some work is required, and the connection is blessed, the fate is very positive. And if something resonated, my dear Pile 3, then you can give me a like, share, subscribe. And I really hope that there was some deep findings for you to go back to and start that work in this beautiful connection that you have. And you can also connect with me. I would love to receive a comment from you. And if you don't want to say anything, then you can just leave me an infinity sign, and I'll know that my dear Pile 3 was here and they resonated with something. They had some findings in this reading when they saw it. So thank you so much, Pile 3. I'll see you again in your next reading. Good luck on your journey. Take care, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.